Welcome in, guys, to another episode of Blockchain Brew Show. I'm your co-host with the native over here. He's half a Tibet or half a nader.
Oh.
Anyways, guys, we're gonna go over some news for you. We're gonna go over some sponsor affiliates that we have because they are awesome. They keep us going, and we have data to tell you why Bitcoin went down, why is it going to go up, and everybody's going to love it. But guys, before we get into that, please smash that golden like button, preferably not down, but I can always take an upside. And that's how we do it. But smash it like that, just get your attention. I got this bell right here. You ring it like this, and it summons Trent like a genie, and he comes on the screen. I'm just kidding. Guys, the subscribe button is in the corners. Boom, check them out. And I brought the most American beer, the New Ages, on the show today. I brought a truly unreal, coming in at 8% orange lime. It is the truest form of American beer you will ever find outside of California with the Monkish Brewery, because that is Trent's favorite, and he'll never side with anything but Budweiser. So, yeah, it is going to be glorious. Oh, the ASMR. I just ASMR in the mic.
ASMR, I don't even know her.
That was a good pop, man. I like it when you join me, Trent. You are a good company, sir. You're a good company. I wish we could keep him all night, guys, but unfortunately his woman has summoned him to the bedroom, and he will disappear in about 5 minutes when she rings the bell to make the genie appear someplace else. Actually, guys, I'm just kidding. He's building something extraordinary. You guys are going to see it either over the next couple of days, 2 weeks, to permanently. So we just have to give Trent a clap for applause because he's putting in some ASMR effort in the garage. There we go, man. There we go. But try out the orange lime. Tasty. Taste American. Oh, also, happy Memorial Day, everybody. It's really interesting that we say Happy Memorial Day because we're honoring the fallen soldiers, you know? So it's like, is it really happy to celebrate the fallen? It's kind of, I don't know, I've never thought about it like that before, but you know, because of the fallen, we were able to have America. We don't speak German, and we have hot dogs and hamburgers and good, truly unreal American beer. And you know, we celebrate the people who went out and fought for us. So thank you so much for anybody who's out there who's a vet and who is doing, you know, literally like God's work for this country. You know, where you go and where nobody else wants to go and getting the dirt and grime clean. So thank you, guys. Clap for our vets. And yeah, it's not Veterans Day, but I guess Memorial Day.
Honestly, mad props to everybody anywhere. I know that, you know, today we commemorate those that have fallen in battle for the freedoms that we enjoy in this country, but you know, also just mad props to everyone that's served in the military period. You know, we as a society, we couldn't be here doing what we're doing, you know, without that. That's not to say that, you know, I'm not an American supremacist. Okay, it's not to say that, like, you know, other people aren't in other countries doing, you know, exactly this.
Well, you know, like freedom
thing,
of speech,
you know.
Trent. Like that's crazy that we have. Other countries like going to jail because they posted an emoji of a middle finger to a Satanist cult.
Right. Yeah. So, but you know, at the end of the day, like, you know, props to everyone that served.
Absolutely. Trent, do you have any beer you wanna pop open and take with you?
You know, I was rushing to get on here and I didn't grab it. I have my monkish glass. I'm here in a minute when I'm recording some videos for you guys. I'm gonna be popping a some kind of monkish.
Hey, you want to see something cool, Trent? So these are my new called Groovy Blues.
Huh? What's
And
that?
they're called the Tatinas, and this is like the inside of the case. They look like these are mini. I wanted to buy like the large ones, but they were sold out. So I was like, I'll test these ones out. These are what they look like. And they smell like they're infused with some sort of berry, honey, and cognac.
And
when
I probably need to get me some minis because I'm not used to whole
big
cigars.
boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then when they're infused, they're locked into a humidor with. They probably pour the cognac in with the berries and honey, and they wait till it all dissolves inside the humidor because it's trapped in the box. And the cigar leaves will literally they absorb because they're drying out, and they will literally absorb the moisture from the cigar.
Yeah.
Where they get the flavor, and it's actually quite good. Sometimes almost too sweet. I don't know if you ever tried an infused one versus the regular one. Like it's kind of like cheap beer, you know. It's like one cheap cigar could taste the same as a nicer cigar if you don't know what the heck you're looking for. And and same with like these, they're used. You really do notice the difference in the flavor right off the bat.
Yeah.
Well, so you want to go into our affiliates and we get the fun part out of the way before we get into the news?
Yeah, let's do it. So, first things first.
Did I throw? What do you do that? Do you think it's beneficial for me to throw the charts? I usually have been doing the 5-second chart while I've been doing stuff in the background.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So first things first, guys. Caleb and Brown, Crypto Brokerage. Even if you're new to crypto, this is at the very least something to consider. The reason why is that most people are hard-pressed to find somebody in their life to talk to about crypto, to talk with about the markets, to talk to about portfolio allocation, how much of my holdings do I want to have and what assets. Like, it's good to be able to do anything that you do in community. And by the way, I think that I'm a Christian and I believe that God designed it that way, right? Like, people go deeper in something when they go together, when they go with other people, when they go with like-minded people, right? And humanity will go further into sin when we go together, right? Look at the Tower of Babel.
Yeah, right.
Everyone got together, and what did they decide? We're gonna build a tower to go usurp God and kick him off of his throne. And
that's how we discovered all the other languages like Chinese.
Yeah. And so what did God do? He said, "Okay, I'm going to scatter you all over the world because it's not."
Can you imagine that being like with you, like with all your homies? Like it's like being back in the homies back in the day. Like when let's just hypothetically say like you're all jamming out on Halo 3 doing a console thing, and the next thing you know, you're like a chat of 60 people. You're like, what the hell are you guys trying to tell me? We were trying to build a tower in the game, and the next thing that I know is we're all speaking different languages, and I was like, okay, I'm over this, man. I give up.
Bro.
Anywhere.
But I know that was an extreme example, but my point is a lot of people don't have another person in their actual real life to talk to about crypto, about your investments, and your investments are a big part of your life, and with Caleb and Brown, you have transparent fees, 3.5%, I believe, don't quote me on that, but your trading fees when you actually buy and sell or swap, those are the only fees that you get on Caleb. Huh?
You said there were fees for swapping. There's no fees for swapping.
From one asset to another, probably.
No, it's just 3.5 on buy and sell.
Oh, okay. 3.5% on buys and sells. Guys, there's no fees to talk to your broker. That's incredible. No fees to withdraw. See, on Coinbase, I pay for Coinbase One, $24 a month. And one of the things that it gets me is I don't have fees on, I don't have trading fees, but I still get hit on withdrawals. So I don't know. The 3.5% sounds like a lot, but not when it's the only fee that's there. It's transparent. Everything's up front. Once you go to withdraw your money, you're not getting hit with another fee. So, and you're being provided a service where you can contact your broker at any time to execute a trade with over-the-counter liquidity, so that it's not all up to you to aggregate the best price possible on the market, hunting down what price an asset is trading at on 10 different dexes and 20 different exchanges. Caleb and Brown will use their own over-the-counter liquidity to execute the trade, and you can contact your broker at any time to do that. You could be at Disneyland, you could be at the beach, you could be at your office in Malaysia, like our boy Daniel Ghazi, and you could contact your broker at any time to execute your trade. If you're into leverage trading, check out BidFi. Our links are in the description. Check out BidFi. Build your dream finance, and there's plenty of tokens to trade. Up to 200x leverage. You can trade USDTM futures and take your profits in USDT, or you can trade Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP on Coin M futures and take your profits in the coin that you're trading. Trade Bitcoin, take your profits in Bitcoin. Trade XRP, take your profits in XRP. They also have MoonX and on-chain Solana meme coin trading portal that you can check out, and a bunch of other cool features as well. Lastly, I'll share my screen and hit up our old pal, Crypto Analyzer Pro. Guys, Greg is building something incredible with this tool right here. And the first thing he's... Huh?
You know if he's done any updates?
Not yet. It doesn't appear so. Up here you see the tickers, and then the next thing that you're going to see is a news aggregator. You can come here and see all of the news for the day aggregated from various platforms. All of the crypto news outlets out there. It's aggregating from Cointelegraph, from Coinpedia, from CoinDesk, from AMB Crypto. It's aggregating from Bitcoin.com. All of the news BTC, all of the trusted and untrusted. Possibly you have to do your vetting, but but it's whether you want to call it Cointellally or Cointellthetruth, is up to you. But your news aggregator here is pulling the latest news from all of the sources out there. And it's in the same spot, where you don't have to leave this platform. You can track your portfolio, add your assets, your buys and your sells, and keep track of your portfolio all in one place. You can get an overview of the market at a glance, top gainers and losers, and all that good stuff. So lastly, you come over here to AI analysis, and what you can do is take a snapshot of your chart, and by clicking the camera button here at the top right, or you can do it on your own TradingView account with your own lines and indicators. Hit trade setup, go ahead and upload the picture of your chart right there. You're going to select your preferences, your risk appetite, the technical indicators that you want factored into your trade setup. You're going to pick your time frame that you want to be taking profits in, and you're going to write any additional notes down here at the bottom, and then you are going to go ahead and run your trade setup, and it's going to spit out an AI generated trade setup. We did this 2 weeks ago with Bitcoin, and it gave us an entry at just over $101,000 on Bitcoin with a take profit at $114,000. So we tested this out on a demo account over on BidFi, and we got up to 112 or so last week. We didn't take profits quite yet. We're still up on the trade over $600, about 650 or so, even where the price stands right now. So we're going to be doing this dozens of times on the channel for you guys, running these AI generated trade setups, and we're going to show the sauce. Right? So there you go.
There you go.
And with that, I'm going to bid the Brew Crew farewell for tonight.
Wait, no Eater Spotlight today? I've been skipping it.
Oh,
They've got nothing from me.
Okay, guys. ADA Spotlight, Cardano Spotlight. There is a Bitcoin OS and Cardano interoperability has a big presentation at the Bitcoin conference this week. My other Cardano Spotlight, stay tuned for our videos that are going to be uploading every day this week. Every one of them are about Cardano. So
every one of them?
Yeah, every one of them.
Every one of them?
Every one of them.
Is that why I don't have a script for like XRP or something? You're trying to bump
I'm going to get you one. I'm going to get you one.
Trying to bump ADA out.
I'm going to get you one. So,
well, thank you
I
for
will
coming
bid you guys
on
farewell.
And saying hi and talking to us and telling us about the sweet ADA things we expect at the Bitcoin conference, and for going over the analyzer and talking about Caleb and Brown and BitFi, because you're the guy.
I will upload some pictures of what I'm building on. It's just a simple little PVC pipe backdrop, okay? But I'm going to upload some pics of it to Twitter, and you guys can follow it on the stream.
We don't see. Exciting news, guys. Exciting news. Stay tuned for what Trent is building in his garage.
Peace.
Brew Crew out. All right. Cool. Cool. Where's my mouse? I added him back to stage. See if you notice. All right. We'll go on the news. I want to go cover cryptos because aren't too many people in here yet in the chat, and nobody's sending coin requests, so I want to get the news out of the way. And guys, if you're in the chat, tell us where you're from, tell us what you're drinking, just hang out and chill. Here's what happened in crypto today. Dubai launched its first licensed tokenized real estate project in MENA region. Dubai has launched the first licensed tokenized real estate project in the Middle East and North Africa. Oh, Middle East and North Africa region, proving an appetite for real-world tokenization in one of the world's burgeoning crypto hubs. Did I say that word right? Partners in the project include the Dubai Land Department, DLD, and the Central Bank of the Arab Emirates, and the Dubai Futures Foundation. According to the announcement from the Dubai government, tokens will be tradable on newly launched Crypcoinment platform, with the Zan Digital Bank appointed as the bank for project pilots phase. I've never heard of that project. Oh, guys, I didn't do it on the stage. I'll be in. Crypcoinment. I've never heard of that before. Platform from Zan Digital Bank appointed the bank of project's pilot phase. What is Crypcoinment? Do you guys know what that is? I want to look it up in Crypto Bubbles because I'm just kind of curious. Is that mint? Oh, it doesn't even show up in the top 1,000. I have no idea what that is. What the heck is that? Oh, I'm going to look that up later. The project will allow individual investors to buy tokenized shares and ready-to-go properties in Dubai, with investments starting at 2,000 Emirates dirham, approximately $545. During the pilot phase of all transactions will be carried out in the dirham AED with no cryptocurrencies to be used. Although the pilot program will be limited to those with AUEID holders, there are plans to expand it globally. That's probably why I couldn't find that project. In April, the DLD VARA agreed to link Dubai's real estate registry from tokenizations of property. Stated goal was to attract global investors and enhance liquidity in Dubai's real estate market. The project was initially announced in March. Check out this article, guys. Crypto investor loses 2.6 million in stablecoins in a double phishing scam. A single victim was scammed 2 times within 3 hours, which is not funny, but it's a little funny. Losing a total of 2.6 million in stablecoins. A single, wow. According to the data shared on May 26th, the crypto compliance firm Stevers, the victim sent 843,000 worth of stablecoins, followed by another 1.7 million of stables around 3 hours later. Stevers said the scam used a method known as zero value transfer, or a sophisticated form of on-chain phishing. Although our systems detected 2.6 million USD loss from a targeted address poisoning scam involving zero value transfers, a single victim was repeatedly scanned by the same attacker address. The first victim lost 843K. About 3 hours later, the same victim sent another 1.75 million, again to the same scam, a total of 2.6 lost. We are continuously monitoring such scammers and working to prevent these incidents in real time. Contact us for more information. Zero value transfers are on-chain phishing techniques that abuse token transfer functions to trick users into sending real funds to attackers. The attackers exploit the token transfer function to transfer zero tokens from the victim's wallet to a spoofed address. Since the amount transferred is zero, no signature by the victim's private key is necessary for the on-chain collusion. Consequently, the victims will see an outgoing transaction in their history. The victim may trust this address since it is included in their transaction history, mistaking it as a known or safe recipient. They may then send real funds to the attacker's address in the future transaction. In one high-profile case, scammer using a zero transfer phishing tech managed to steal $20 million worth of Tether before getting blacklisted by the stablecoin user in December 2023. That's kind of interesting. So they can manipulate the transaction history and create fake addresses to make it look like you sent money there previously, and you go, oh, that's my last wallet. You don't check the last 3 digits or whatever. Maybe they had the last 3 digits match one of your wallets. Where's my mouse? U.S. House Speaker Mike Johnson brushed off concerns on President Donald Trump's dinner for the top holders of his meme coin. When speaking to CNN on May 25th, the Dodge answering whether the attendees should be made public for transparency. We do not know who was there. The list has not been released. We do not know how much money came from the outside of the country, CNN Jake Tapper told Johnson. I really have a difficult time imagining that it was a Democrat president doing the exact same thing. Wouldn't it be outraged? Look, I don't know anything about the dinner, Johnson answered, claiming he was a little busy this past week focusing on passing a $1.6 trillion federal budget funding bill. He added he was not sure who was there or what the purpose was before claiming Trump is the most transparent president in history and has nothing to hide. Trump invited the top 220 largest holders of his official Trump meme coin to a dinner on May 22nd at the Trump National Golf Club in Virginia, but kept the guest list secret, with critics concerned that foreign nationals could have used the event to pay access to the president. Yeah, well, you know what? If I could buy 200, be one of the holders, I would buy that to go have dinner with him, because why not? And it's the top 200 people there, but the top 20 really got to sit with the dinner. So the 200 people all probably had dinner together. Like, is it really that too crazy? You really could just look at the top 20 wallets and figure it out. That's ridiculous that they're saying they can't figure it out. Dubai has launched the first licensed tokenized real estate project in the Middle East. Also, more likely, the top projects that went, who own that meme coin, are probably all like a project, like an exchange that holds this token. Dubai has launched the first licensed tokenized real estate project in the Middle East. Oh, wait, we read this already. Oh, I guess we didn't read all of it, but I don't think really necessary. One fund bets on crypto native assets and fast-growing dexes on on-chain surge. The rise of native on-chain assets, renewed meme coin season, including Trump-themed tokens, and the growth hyperliquid is fueling surge in the DEX volume adoption. Adoption of on-chain economy is no longer limited to core infrastructure and now drives higher layers of user engagement, cultural creation, and market experimentation. Recent reports show that the applications targeting end users outnumber infrastructure ventures in the deal volume, but lag significantly in total capital raised despite earlier signals of mass adoption. Platforms built around non-fungible tokens, social tokens, and meme coins have struggled to secure long-term funding. The gap in finance is likely to be a key factor in the high failure rate of consumer report startups. The capital imbalance has tangled the consequences. Research on the crypto startup failures reveals that many promising ventures collapsing due to lack of capital to weather shifting market conditions, even when the demand of innovation are present. The above chart data shows that the public market capitalizations of native token on-chain assets, principally NFTs and meme coins, expanded more than six-fold in the last year, rising from a centrical trough of $22 billion in Q4 2023 to roughly $140 billion in Q4 2024 at a peak. One fund identified this market shift early and structured the entire strategy around what calls a tokenized attention economy. On-chain culture assets such as memes, social capital tokens, and digital collectibles whose worth rises network momentum. Three keys: lab funds back community-led consumer-facing products that compound value as social engagement scales. From one lone wolf survivor category signal. In the first quarter of 2025, the fund delivered the top quarterly results among the 2022 vintage crypto vehicles. The fund returned all paid capital to its limited partners, reaching a distribution paid in capital DPI rate of 1.0, a milestone that includes or indicates full capital recovery for investors over the same quarter. Fund's AUM doubled, with large portions of this growth driven by its liquid strategy, which includes diversity mix of on-chain assets formed at the peak of 2022. NFT boom, fundamental and scale, blah blah blah. Well, there you go, guys. There you go. That's what happened today. Actually, there's one other thing that happened today. I'm actually kind of surprised that this doesn't cover. See if I can find it for you. I'm sure I can find it real quick. And it's nothing super serious, but it's kind of funny. That didn't really help me out, actually. I was reading it earlier. What if it's on the homepage? Too far. Really? It's not here? Where the heck is it at? Okay, well, anyways, Sam Bankman-Fried, we all know, received 25 years in prison, and it was set to come out in 2020. I think it was 2049 was like his release date, and they just reduced it to 2044. So he got 5 years reduced from his sentence. So he's still going to be an old person by the time he gets out, but for some reason, and I can't find the article, that they reduced it by 5 years. Bankman, why is it not pulling up? Maybe they decided they wanted to add it. Sam Bankman-Fried's California prison, a house in Al Capone. That would be funny. He gets moved to Al Capone. Okay, well, whatever. I can't find that article, so we're going to go into the crypto trading charts. Crypto trading. Represent. Share screen. Boom, there we go. 1 Bitcoin, 5 seconds. 5 seconds. We're currently at $108,426. Bink. Gold closed today at. Gold close at. I don't know why it's still moving. Let's just say $3,342. That's where gold is at. Silver currently at $33. Wow, $33.38. The last support we have is 35. So if, gold could break above 35, I think we might be heading to the moon. Oh, yeah, to the moon. To the moon. Bitcoin is currently at. Oh, actually, we just went over Bitcoin. 108,435. What do we got going for us on the Heikin candles? Well, the 21's touching the 200, which is interesting, to say the least. On the 12-minute, we don't have any divergences, but we are getting indication where it has a little bit of indecision. We're not at below -60, which is usually we get a lot more fake outs. But it almost looks like something similar to like this pattern over here to over here. We had one fake out, formed the red dot. Maybe you'll get a little bit more sideways downward to action before we can come back up. We'll see if that ends up being the case. Let's check out to expand a larger time frame to give us more options. Ooh, that looking pretty downwards. That 24-minute looks like we could continue to go down. Formed a death cross right there. Could have short that. That's what he could have did. Could have did that right there. He would have shorted right there and been like, oh frick, what did I do to myself? It's way up here, and then came down right here. And you know what's interesting about this wick actually that we just had about an hour ago? If you guys aren't paying attention, it fills the CME gap from earlier. Wow, that's incredible. It literally came down, filled it. And we also drew this out the day before yesterday. We projected for it to come down to right around here. I mean, granted, we were a little bit off. I think we were drawing from up here, this candle. Still not bad. Still not a bad projection. 24-minute looks bearish. 1 hour also looks bearish. It looks like it looks like the 1 hour also wants to make a death cross. Look at it, whoop, and it's pulling down to Goblin Town. Not super great. Not super great, guys. We did touch the 200 a couple different times. The doors aren't really closed yet, saying that we have more downward action, though the VWAP is at -8, which is not a terrible sign. It's not, better. It could be worse. And it's also going in the upward direction. We go to the 4 hour. 4 hour, we have a trigger wave to the downside. Yeah, that's not looking good. We'll probably be falling through the night. I think we'll be falling through the night. Maybe not too bad. We might wake up and be at 107-ish. 107. Trigger wave to the downside. The VWAP is opened up. Strength pulling down. We're saying we're overbought. We go to the larger time frame on the 12 hour. It kind of makes me a little nervous, man. You can see like a top, and it didn't quite claim it on the 12 hour. Is that it? We shall see. It looks like to me this was the structure. We have a fake out. We come up, or we break down, then we get a fake out, make people think that, hey, we're gonna go back up to top, and denied. I hope that I'm wrong, but it's on the 12 hour current time frame. Maybe there's something hidden in like the 9 hour that we're just not seeing. We can find an anchor wave, another trigger wave on the 12 hour, the 8 hour, the 6 hour, the 5 hour, 4 hour, the 3 hour. And it's just not looking good, guys. I'm just going to say that. It's not looking good. 16 hour doesn't have a trigger wave, though. In the daily, it's indecisive. The 2 day, it's getting to it wants to do a fake out at 66, 63, so it's still bullish on the 2-day. We could see one fake out, and you know, we might come up here and, or you know, we might not be able to gain above it, I guess I could say, because something similar we saw like the 12-hour, like it came up, we went down, and we weren't able to make it back up. So hopefully we don't see that on the 2-day. 3-day, we have a red dot, the first sign of some bearishness. I still think we're going to come back down to 104 and fill that CME gap that we left open. 5 days, peakish, peaky. The weekly is good, and the monthly is good. The monthly, we have a green dot. So I think that if we do come down, I don't think we're done yet in the monthly with this green dot. We have 4 days till it confirms. And if we could close this green dot, dude, I think we're going to have a good June. That is my projection. Dominance. Wow, look at the dominance on the monthly. Still stepping, man. Stair stepping. And this little candle right here. What month is this? December. Guys, that was that one bullish month we had. You remember how euphoric we all were in like November, December, with everything going good for us? Actually, I think it might have been November. I remember we still in November. We do have a golden cross going for us that we got back in July, which you could say, well, that was like a long time ago. Well, it's still playing out, guys. So sometimes that's just how the cycles are. They take a long time to play out, especially on the monthly. 2 week, we have a red dot, so we might get another 2 weeks of down action. And then, like I said, we have a green dot on the monthly, so we might get maybe 2 weeks of indecision, maybe a little markets don't like indecision, so we might go down a little bit before we decide to finish the month up strong. The weekly, the VWAP is just crossing above. Well, also look at the dominance right now above the 0 line. The daily looks like the Bitcoin dominance is just going to keep hanging in there. We'll check out Ethereum. What is Ethereum doing? Well, it's making a decision because it's getting tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter. We did make a golden cross back here. The 50 is still coming up. I'm wondering if this is the 200. I wonder if we're going to get pulled back down to the 50 though on Ethereum. Did we set aside the weekly? Monthly is starting to make a trigger wave, which is super bullish, guys. I'm thinking if this closes, I'm going to clean this up so you can see better. What did I just do? Ah, son of a gun, I just took off my indicators. All right, there we go. Wait, I missed one. Okay, I should hide that one. Okay, that one, but we forgot to put on B. No, B's down here. I don't know why it's not saying B's up here. Why, that's weird. Doesn't matter. Okay, so we're making a trigger wave right here. And we could close. See, we had a trigger wave right here. Ink wave, trigger wave. All the excitement. Boom, 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 boom. This is on the monthly, okay? We're really, really close to making a trigger wave on Ethereum on the monthly. And that will be huge for us. That will be huge, okay? I mean, look at the previous trigger wave we had. Okay. You could even say this could also be technically considered a trigger wave right here. Don't worry. I think Ethereum's got some special stuff for us. I'm trying to see what we got here going on. Signs of, we have the VWAP of the 0 line for continuation. We still have the green dot. This pattern has not finished playing out. I think we still have green on the 2 week. The weekly, I think we're getting. I think we're still going to keep going. The VWAP starting to slow down. We are in the red, but this pattern looks like it's still going to have continuation, like it's not out of gas yet. The 5-day market cipher A just lit up blue, which is a bullish sign for us. And I wouldn't say the gate doors are closed, but I wouldn't say they're open either. When we don't want this to turn to red dot. This turns to a red dot on the 5-day. We would have some more downward action before we have like the monthly larger time frames play out, which we can only take that guess. The 3-day, we had a green dot, which was mark cipher A all the way up. It kind of looks like this. So yeah, we got the green dot. The whole wave's lit up. We just had it very briefly. Question is this red dot gonna play out? Now, if we can make this red dot disappear by tomorrow, which we'll be on talking about this, if we can pump up a little tomorrow, which Bitcoin doesn't really want to do, so hopefully Ethereum can do, and we can get this red dot to erase, we'll be looking pretty good, pretty solid. 2-day also might end up being like a 3-day. You got that one red dot with the green dot. We might get like the green dot, red dot, and just trade sideways for a minute. That's also a possibility. Maybe it's the 2-day telling us what we see coming. And 1 day is even more of a projection of it. And you know what I kind of like about the sideways action is this is the momentum, right? What's coming down. If we come down just enough and make a trigger wave, boom, we're off to the races. You know, you could bet some good money on that. Not financial advice, but the trigger waves do play out really good. Here's another trigger wave right here on the 12-hour. It is right there. Could have made you money right there. Got the red dot, got out. We do. I can't really say this is a trigger wave because you don't even see like anything on there. If anything, that looks like more like to me a trigger wave to the downside. So we will have to wait to see how that plays out. We will have to wait. 6 hours, still trading sideways. You know, trigger wave right here. Pumped a little bit, but the VWAP saying we hopefully we get a fishtail bounce and then shoot back up. Four-hour. Gross. Trigger wave to the downside. You can see it right here. Nice anchor wave, trigger wave to the downside. With a red dot. We're at negative 2.5 on the VWAP. Hopefully, as long as we don't go below 24.25, I think we're okay. I mean, we had blood diamond. The blood diamond didn't even play out in the 1 hour. That's pretty impressive. That makes me feel better. Is there divergence right here? Not really, but this is looking good right here. We got the VWAP coming back up in the 1 hour. It's curving inwards. 24 minutes pumping. Right there, that's divergence. That's bullish divergence right here on the 24-minute. We're bending down. And we're bending up. That's why we're getting this pump right here. VWAP still says we have room to go to the upside. Yeah, the 24 minutes looking pretty good. Take a look at, you guys want to take a look at ADA? Oh, nah. ADA also has bullish divergence too. It's also pumping. XRP doesn't really have it as interesting. But it still looks like it wants to pump a little bit with everything else. It's interesting. I'm just looking at these yellow X's we had where they pushed us down to this support level. Where this yellow X pushes down to the support level. We're bouncing off the support level. Does it want to break it, or are we bouncing off it to go to the upside? Red diamond, a blood diamond came down, hit that support. Well, I guess that depends. You know, if we could turn this into an anchor, a trigger wave, kind of something like this. Actually, this over here looks kind of similar to right here. We can make a trigger wave. We can make a bounce. No divergence. A red dot. It says it wants to come down. We'll bounce off the support. I mean, I don't know if it will come down. We'll have to see. All we need is one good tweet, guys. One good tweet from Donald Trump, and we'll be solid. It'll be nothing but sweet oranges. Man, you have 5 people watching and no comments. I feel so bored tonight. It's a Monday. It's a holiday, I guess. Maybe everyone's out having barbecues. Daily, we could make a trigger wave, but we have to wait a whole another day. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Thank you, one. I was getting bored, man. I've been rambling on to myself ever since Trent left me. Oh, thank you, Jeremy, for getting on too. I actually don't know if your name's Jeremy, but Jeremer. Sometimes it's easy to say Jeremy and Jeremer. No, it's not your name, so I'm sorry. I apologize. You're the only Jeremer I know of. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are here. I was like, I'm gonna ramble on to myself. Are we going to Abyss? Oh, Gala. Making a trigger wave to the downside. On a 5-day. The nice thing is when we look at these coins for Daniel, is that they all have the same exact chart. Hey, did you guys see that Macron gets slapped by his wife? Did you guys see that on X or TikTok or whatever you guys have? When she was all like, ugh, and he's all like, looks at the camera, he's like, hey, you see that? No, I haven't seen it. Peter Schiff's booth at Bitcoin conference, though. I can, Matt. Honestly, people love controversy, so I imagine him being actually pretty busy, and I'm also genuinely interested in why he's there. It's on his Twitter. What, Macron getting shoved or the Peter Schiff skit? Emmanuel Macron. There was some bullish divergence right there. Hidden. It was very hidden. And it could keep pumping if we could get above the support right here. It could pump up to the next level, local level, at 1944. He said he's there to bash Bitcoin. You know, that man's pretty good at marketing, dude. There's no such thing as bad publicity. We have a green dot and Gala. That's gonna make Daniel happy. It could play out and pump a little bit for him. VWAP still says we're going up. String says we're going up. Money flow going up. The only thing we have is the red being bad. Anchor wave to the downside on the 4-hour. Or trigger wave. Well, I might pump the next. Well, this is closes 40 minutes. Huh. That's interesting. That's closing. 2-hour looks good. The 1-hour looks good. Bitcoin hate committee. Bitcoin hate committee. Hey, you know what? If he wants to trade gold for Bitcoin, that would have been a smart thing for him to go there. Be like, hey, I'll buy you a Bitcoin using gold to make you guys look bad. I actually really like gold and silver and precious metals just because when you hold it in your hand, it feels cool. You know, would have been funny is he got like half ounce, or not really ounces, but gram size shapes of Bitcoin, and he had them in gold, just trading them. Gold is doing horrible against Bitcoin. It don't take a genius to know that. It just feels good in the hands. I like it, man. It's pretty. It's pretty. You can't say it's not pretty. You know, I see that the 4 hours bearish, but everything else is telling me that could be the end of it. Could be. What's your picture of one? You got, is that chicken eggs you got for a picture? I actually added Engine. Do you guys ever buy Engine at all before? Wow, dude. Where did I pull this chart from? It's not very old. That's funny. Engine on OKX. It was just added like a month ago on OKX. That's kind of funny. I thought the history on OKX would have been a lot older. I remember buying Engine at the bottom of the bear market. I didn't know what I was doing. I actually hold a Shiba NFT that they were giving away, and I was like, I should get this because maybe nobody else would ever get it and it won't be lost. I think I lost it. Trent just posted a picture on Twitter. Oh. Okay, we're gonna go over to Trent's screen real fast, guys. This is why Trent was unable to join us all night. He is working hard, slaving away in the bedroom. I'm just kidding. He's in his garage. Look at that. He's building this freaking setup. You see that? That's sick. We're working on getting our custom skits ready for you guys. That looks pretty good too. I like that. That looks pretty sweet. What do you guys think? Trent is kicking ass and taking names. What else do you see in here? What's this box? Can anybody tell me what this red box is in this corner? It stands out to me. I don't know what it is. There's a paddle. I recognize the paddle. This is probably a sleeping bag, right? I don't know what it is. I want to know what the red box is. I should ask him. I'm asking him right now. It looks familiar, that red box. I can't zoom in on it though. That looks like beer. I think that's 2 cases of beer. That's a Yeti ice chest. That looks like a suitcase. That might be an umbrella or a Christmas tree. This kind of looks like an air fryer. Orange extension cord. I'm assuming those are prescriptions, but I could be wrong. And I think this is a barbecue scrubber. Definitely Target box. He's responding right now. He says that red box is a wedding gift. So that's all he'll tell me. It's okay. We'll figure it out someday. He says he's gonna post a picture of his beer fridge in a second. Here we are, guys. Blockchain Brew. If you follow us on YouTube, you're more than welcome to follow us on X. Believe it or not, we post more on X than we do on YouTube. Facts. I can also say that because we stream every day on Twitter and YouTube, and then every now and again we get a couple more posts in the X. Did Trent post this picture? Refresh. Everybody, the missus wanted to come say hi.
Oh my gosh. Hi.
Tell them about your day.
Um,
What'd you do?
that's a good question.
It's a good
I
question.
took care of kids all day.
Did you drink coffee?
I did. I drank about 2 cups of coffee.
Did
'cause I
you
needed it.
did you do lots of laundry?
Yeah, dishes. and
Dishes and cleaning?
cleaning, and meme coins.
Where'd you buy?
I bought there was a coin called Reef and it went up 200%.
There you go, guys. Meme coin 200%. What's its market cap at?
I think right now it's at 400K. I sold out of it, so don't buy it.
Don't buy it unless you believe in nonprofit scams. Believe in nonprofit scams to support the truth. It might be a coin for you.
But you know, it might be good, maybe not. But I'm out of it.
He's out of it. No touchy. No touchy. This is trying to set up. He told us to go to Twitter. Look at it. Where did it go? When did it go? It was just here a second ago.
Did Trent come on?
Yes, he did. He was here for a little bit. Where the heck did he put the picture go? I smell that.
Yo. I would agree. I think health is wealth. I would agree with that.
Yo, what's up, Tom? What's crackalackin'? We're over here on Twitter. We have Trentinator posting the new setup. We have some scripts coming out for you guys over the next couple of days. And then he wanted to show us a picture of his beer fridge, but we're on our Twitter account right now, and I don't see it. We are short-term bearish on Bitcoin. Oh, here it is. Here's his beer fridge. Alani. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he has his monkish case. We go 5, 10, 15, 14, and a bunch of other ones down here. It's a dual. And some Yusa. And a ham. And does anybody know what this is? I don't recognize that bottle, that box. Light. What box is that? LOL. Oh, it's not going up, man. Bitcoin is not going up, unfortunately. We'll even go back over to show you. Health as well, Tom. Should we eat potato chips or asparagus? And if we do eat potato chips, what should we eat? See, this is why Bitcoin's not going down. The 4 hour, we have a trigger wave to the downside. And not only do we have a trigger wave on the 4 hour, but we have it on the 3 hour, the 5 hour, the 6 hour, the 8 hour. We don't have it on the 12 hour. Kind of ish. We kind of do, but it's like more of a micro one. And we have a red dot on the 12 hour. I think with BTC vinegar, hello, cool potato, not chip, just potato, mashed potato. I love mashed potato. Regular potato, all that butter, man, that's so good for you. That's tasty. You throw some bacon bits on there and some sour cream, make that potato good. BTC vinegar, man. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I've been calling 103 to 104 because we have an unfilled CME gap, and that's where I think we'll have to go to before we can get a healthy leg back up. And you know, I'd love to be proven wrong. You know, tomorrow's the first day of the market's opening, and they have time to digest all Trump news and whatever. I think that I would like to see it fill that gap, but it's not out of this world that we go up to 116, 113 first. Oh, we got that. So I was looking at Ethereum. Oh, also on the monthly on Bitcoin were bullish. Bullish engulfing candle, fake out, break up, fake out, we're breaking up on the monthly on Bitcoin. But the weekly said kind of sketch. We might get like a fake out on the weekly before we continue up for the monthly, and that's one of the reasons why I also am suspicious that we filled that CME gap. And then on Ethereum is looking good, man, on the monthly too, dude. You can't tell this. So this is ETH, this is Bitcoin, all right? Well, hot with a fake out, breakout, fake out, breakout on Bitcoin, but Ethereum is completely cooled off, can't get any smaller, and I don't know if you can tell, but we're literally making an anchor trigger wave, and it closes in 40 days. Now if we get an anchor trigger wave like we had right here, boom, we should run straight up. Anchor trigger wave still again, right here, boom, you run. We can play that again. That could literally take us to an all-time high. I know, dude. Like you said, man. Tom H. This isn't the Tom Homan, right? The Tom Homan, Tom H. Dude, the tariff news, dude. It's all a tool. It's all a ploy. I can't imagine that they're like super long-term, like an extreme level. I think 10% generic across the board is fine. You know, that's what we're America. At least I'm American, and I feel like we're such a large consumer. You kind of get to be able to set that standard. I mean, it's like going to the grocery store. You pay 10%. You know, even sale taxes. At least you do in Washington. So it's like, it is what it is. You know, get used to it. But on the short term, the 12-hour, Ethereum does have a trigger wave to the downside. And Daniel usually is in here. We always have to check out his pictures. Trent wants us to go back to his bottles in the fridge. All right, Trent, I'm coming. We'll show the Twitter one more time. I'm coming. This is his bottles. This is, I don't know if you guys ever worked at a grocery store. I have, Fred Meyer's and Costco. And it peeves me that his labels aren't out. I can't see them. There's a margarita mix, though. What has happened in Margaritaville? And these are his beers in his other side of the fridge. And this is our camera setup. We're having new stuff coming out. So, guys, it'll be good. It'll be good. Be expecting videos all week long. I almost thought I closed you guys out for a second. Like, oh shit, I just closed out the live. You know what? You guys ever checked out crypto bubbles? When I do trading, I like going to bubbles and seeing what's pumping and what's dumping, and seeing what I can do with the market. You know, now we know that Bitcoin is more likely to go down short term. You know, you can look at things like quant, and you can say, hey, if everything's going to follow Bitcoin, this could be a potential trade. You know, well, really hot for the day, hot for the week. You know, we made all of it up this week. Tap, tap. Maybe we could also short it back down to at least maybe $100 again. I don't know if we get 93. We might be able to catch it to like 99. We got Jupe up at 6.8%. I think Jupe also might be up because of the Sui hack with their CETUS index. Something possibly look into. What else we got pumping? I don't know what 4 is. 4 is 4 on top of Sui. Not meme coin. Maybe not. Sui's down 348. That's not a bad price to pick up. Maybe pick up some more Sui. I actually like Sui, and that whole hack on CETUS doesn't actually bother me. I think they could have handled it differently. They, you know, froze 60% of the stolen funds and ate the 40% loss, and pretty much told the world that they're not decentralized, which, you know, you're decentralized, so you're not. What I think that they should have did is they make so much in fees. It's a 13, 11 billion, 12 billion market cap. You know, I think they should have totally been like, hey guys, we patched the freaking Sui thing and we just ate the hit and we funded everybody the money, I think people would have been like, dude, this is a baller network. Like, we should buy more of this to support these guys because that was super cool. But instead, they didn't do it like that. And so, Kansas City, what's up, Sean? What's crack-a-lackin'? Dabbing. Chiefs fan, man. I like Patrick Mahomes, though. There's a lot of theories out there that those guys kind of cheat and stuff that they say on the mics kind of looks sketch, man. 4:35 a.m. Where the heck are you, dog? Malaysia right now, it's like 11 o'clock, I think. Tom, where are you from, bro? You gotta say where you're from, man. Now you got me curious. We got Kansas City here. You guys know I'm all from Seattle. Zebek protocol? What is Zebek, man? Africa Central, dude, that is so sick, man. That's like one of my places I dream of going. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. I'm really kind of jealous. My father-in-law just married this gal. I don't know where the whole Central South, where it is from, but he just married his wife from Kenya. You live in Dubai? Really? That's dope, bro. Where the? I always thought Dubai was like part of Saudi Arabia. I didn't realize it was part of Africa. Dude, that's sick, man. Now I really want to go out there. Yeah, dude, I would love to go to Dubai. Wait, you're saying yeah, it is part of Saudi Arabia, or are you saying yeah, it's part of Africa? No. Hey, if you guys ever want to come on the show and you don't like chatting, dude, just let me know in the chat. Shoot me an email, and I'll on the Blockchain Brokerage email, and I will shoot you an invite to come on and talk and just chill out, man. Yeah, dude, I see all over TikTok the Dubai chocolate. I'm like, dude, I know that if I get this Dubai pistachio chocolate, it's really not Dubai chocolate. I just feel like the Dubai chocolate looks good, but it's not something that, you know, TikTok is going to sell me. I refuse to believe that it's actually like real Dubai chocolate. So did you always live in Dubai, or did you get your crypto and you moved out with all the crypto influencers like Lark and Carl Lamoon and everybody? Oh, you're traveling? Oh, dude, that's sick, man. How long you chilling in Dubai for? Oh yeah, what'd you ask me, Sean? You asked me about what protocol is Zebek? A Zebek protocol? Is that even a thing? I would say you're shilling it to me, but the problem is that we're not that big. Top 150 project? Well, it's pumping right now for the month. I would not buy it right now because it's so dang hot. I would wait for a big old cool down. You're in London for 21 years. Oh, great, dude. London would also be a fun place. I'm actually wondering, I don't know how much it rains in London, but I'm pretty sure Washington State, we get about the same amount of rain as you guys do. Yeah, dude, you don't buy things when they're ripping. You rip and you just gotta know you missed it and get it on the way back. That's a major support though. If it breaks through this, you know, the next support. Oh, I'm not getting the 1 hour. Where are we on the month? Year. Yeah, there's something, dude. I would not buy this, dude. I would say I missed it. If I was in here, like down here, this is really weird. If you're in it, I would definitely be taking profits. I would be definitely taking profits. What is Zebek? I just opened up CoinMarketCap. I'm gonna close bubbles down real fast. Been to Washington for 3 years, LOL. Oh, dude, yeah, you know, man. We get a lot of rain. Okay. Oh no, you've been in Washington for 3 hours? Oh, dude, my eyes jumped. They're faster than my brain could think. 3 hours? That's not enough. What the hell were you just at the airport? Were you sitting at SeaTac? Man. Zebek protocol. We're looking up a DMC. Zebek. That's a large supply. It is. That actually the same as Ripple. 100 billion. 79, say 80 billion circulating. Where is this token at? A large amount is on Gate.io. 28% is on Gate.io. That's a lot, man. Then, wow, that's not bad, dude. You took a joyride from New York from Penn Station. I took a joyride from freaking here to Montana. That was kind of fun. Sat there on the train. That's pretty good, dude. I like looking at the mountains. Gate.io, just in one wallet, holds 28%. That's a freaking lot. Finix holds 5%. I've never even heard of that. What is this Zebek protocol? Deepcoin? Okay, man. Wait, what's Deepcoin? That they hold 26% of the supply. How long you been traveling for, Tom? Are you in this coin? Sean? What are the unlocks? For today. Seed round. Private road. The unlocks are almost done. Almost, but not quite. We have 79% unlocked, 14% locked. 53% went to the community rewards. That's actually not bad. 4.5% to marketing, 21% to contributions, 11% to private round. That's kind of a lot. And seed round, 10%. It's not bad. Here's the unlock events. 2%, 2%, 2%, 2%, 1%, 1%, 1%, 1%. And they'll be done just in time. They're unlocking at weird times too. Like the best to do unlocks is in the bear market, not during the bull market. Zebek is a decentralized infrastructure network. Real world value flows. Funded in 2021, Zebek has attracted 35 million investments by Circle, Coinbase, Solana Ventures, Briar Capital, Republic, and Lightspeed Ventures partners, among others. From its origins, continuous settlement protocol, Zebek has consolidated multiple protocols and integrated a portfolio of blockchain-enabled RWA payment, payroll, retail product, and interconnected incorporated infrastructure network. Today, Zebek Network services hundreds of companies in Web 2, Web 3 economies, bringing the blockchain into everyday lives. Zebek's vision to create a future where money is able to move freely, giving individuals, business investors, and teams faster and easier access to funds, tokens, ICOR, and continue to build transformative blockchain-based consumer applications significantly impact the improve people's lives. Dude, I don't know about this coin, dog. I think this is very not sketch. I think this coin is very sketch to me. You've been traveling for 7 months? Dude, hell yeah, man. My buddy did that. He freaking quit his job and went and traveled the world for like almost a year. He loved it too, every second of it. Well, Malaysia was pretty rough. He got bed bugs in Malaysia. I have an AI play you should know about with over 1.6 million members, but let's talk about it privately. Sure, man. You got your email? You can always hit me up, dude. You also just saw my X account. You can always shoot me a message over on X. That's easier too. Zebek, man. I don't know, man. This just seems fishy. Like I don't feel like there's a lot here in the description of what they've done. They talked about they work with tons of protocols in RWA, and I really have never heard of them before. And why would they use Zebek over anything else? I'm talking because I just don't know too much about them, but they also don't tell you too much about them either, without having to dive into them. The most recent top news, latest April 30th, 1 month ago. Dude, the latest news that they have is a month old. That's kind of weird too, with having a spike like that and not having any news on CMC. Or am I just going crazy right now? Where is it at? In 24 volume is up 56%. I'm going back to ZX. It's up 300. So it says it's a top 150 project right now. Where's my thingy? I gotta add the screen. Why is it when if you close one, you have to add another? There has to be an easier way of doing this. So it's a 150 top project. It moved up 302 spots. That's like super odd. Isn't that odd? I mean, they're a top 400 project and they claim they've worked with all these people. That just doesn't sound right, right? I'm not trying to crap on your project, Sean. I'm not saying. I'm just saying that I've never heard of it, and they claim a lot in RWA. Hedera does RWA too with Red Swan. Like, why would you use Sebek over a top? What's Hedera at right now? Like a top 20 project, top 15 project. I'm trying to find it with my eyes. Hey, look, Ohm's still in the top 100. It's hanging in there. I know it's not. It's not top 100. It's 161. On our top 100. Where are you at, Hedera? I know you're here. I recognize all these coins practically. There you are. Top 20, 19. So why would you work with a project that's 450 when you got Hedera Hashgraph? Hashgraphing, man. Yeah, I'll shoot it to you right now. Give me a second. There you go. Did I send it to you? blockchainandbrew@gmail.com. There you go, brother. Send me emails, man. I read them all. I enjoy it. Easy peasy. Guys, do I feel bad because I crapped all over Sean's Zbic protocol? It is pumping, though. I give him that. It is pumping like a mofo. And there's a lot of money to be made on things that pump like a mofo. And if I was in it beforehand, I would be stoked about it. But the chart just looks so weird. It's such a sideways chart. Look, I mean, this has to be some sort of manipulation. Like, you're down here, it's up a crap load of percent, then it drops back down. You're like, oh, frick, I should have sold. It comes back up. You're like, it's going to go back up. It's going to go back up. It drops. Goes up, drops. Goes up, and you're like, dude, what an emotional roller coaster. Like, this looks so jacked. Even for the year, dude. Like, this looks choppy. Like, really choppy. Yeah, no problem, Tom. Dog with hat. Oh, that's just dog Bitcoin. What's Doji doing? Let's go back to the charts. I'm closing bubbles out. We're going back to the charts. Hey, man, I appreciate it, Tom. I was just being real, like you said, with what it just looked like to me. You want it to sound really good. It sounds really good. Did you ever watch that Netflix series about that? What frick was that Netflix show about the cryptocurrencies? And they're like, oh, it's Visa. We have like the partnership with Visa, and we have all these doctors that worked on it, and they just went to LinkedIn, and they made all this bullshit crap, dude. And I think I was trying not to swear. Bull crap. Stories to make themselves sound really good, and then Visa's like, no, you gotta take that cart stuff off. You just gotta be really sketchy, especially even with white papers. Like, you can write whatever the hell you want in a white paper. That's a meme coin that we're in right now, is Troll. I like that Troll coin. It's like top 100. I just took it off Bubbles. I'm gonna pull it up because I think it's actually gonna be like Pepe, but I could be wrong. I think this is it. Troll. And maybe it ends up being a big nothing burger. And yes, it's not that old. It's also old, if you trade those micro cap meme coins when they're like less than $1 million market cap. I think it could be something though. We'll have to wait and see. Wait, this isn't it. I don't think. Wait, maybe it is. This might not be it. Troll is at. Oh yeah, this is it. Yeah, 25 million market cap. Yeah, this is it. I think it could be something. I think it could be something here. Just because I think of Pepe, man. I was in Pepe so early. I got 20 million market cap. And I sold it. I had $1,000 in it. I sold that son of a gun. I knew it was going to be big. I sold it for an RWA play like Zibic. And I got rugged. Now I stick with a lot more blue chip stuff. Besides Troll. Troll's fun. It goes into my fun basket. Check out Sui. Oh, there's bullish divergence on Sui. It's kind of already started playing out though. Does it have more gas in it? I hope it does. That's on 24-minute. I wish it was a larger time frame. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, we still have a little bit of bullish divergence. A little bit. 1 hour. 4 hours. Like, that's great. Sounds good, man. Sounds like you're jumping off, dude. Thank you for joining. I think you actually subscribed to me too, because I actually grew a subscriber. So if you did, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you, and thank you for keeping in the chat. Keeps me entertained. I love looking at stuff that you guys all showing me, and I gotta talk about it on the stream. And you have a good night, man. I'll look out for it. Later, dude. Enjoy, man. Go 5 a.m. in Dubai, dude. Go visit the town. Go find the best spots to hit up. Go try to see if you can find Carl on the moon. Or trade, travel, and chill. She's out there too. You know what? That's actually not a bad time to get off too, because it's about almost 9 o'clock from where I'm at, 9 p.m. and I work at 4 a.m. So it is what it is, right? Anyways, guys, thank you so much for coming on the show. We appreciate you for showing up for us. We show up here for you. We do the grind every day, 7:30 every night, and we throw data in between and stuff on X every day. So, man, I got the hiccups. Whenever you drink and talk at the same time, dude, you just get the hiccups all the time. I've noticed that more and more and more. But if you haven't, hit the like, hit the subscribe. We are trying to grow, and we have to ask, because guess what? It's YouTube's algorithm. It's the greatest algorithm on this planet. We love the algorithm. It is growing. It teaches us how to love and be patient and kind. And we are going to expand on that. So on that note, thank you guys. We're dabbing out. Whoop, whoop.